2-0.
So Pandemonium, as you mentioned, swept the series 2-0 there, and just a great job, cool, calm, and selected. So Lynx, what do you think was the key point for Pandemonium to win?
Pandemonium's win was just the coordination. It always seems their coordination is just a little bit better than Avant-Garde's. And even with like the change from Biggie to Swaya, I feel like Swaya fits so well on their team roster that it felt natural. Like I felt like he was been there since the start.
Alrighty, so at the end of the game, at the end of the series here now, we're going to award an MVP. And now, Lynx Clone, I'm sure you'll agree with me, the MVP of this one has got to be Sporks, especially in that last game. He seemed to be the consistent part of the Pandemonium team, just helping them get back into this one.
Yes, the solo back was an extremely good performance. Even against a Robin here, was able to actually do absolutely fine. Even having his blue buff stolen, he still persisted and was able to incredibly in the late game. So I'm excited to like get an interview with him.
All right, so as you mentioned, we're going to be talking to Sporks now. Sporks from Team Pandemonium, you there, buddy?
I am here.
So Sporks, talk to me about those games, especially game number 2 where you guys fell behind early. What was the kind of cause in the team there about trying to get back into the game?
From minute 0, we knew we were going to lose early in that game. We didn't have pressure except for in duo lane, which is Khepri and Chiron. So you're only going to get pressure in duo lane. We knew that we were going to get down early, but I think the second Gold Fury was a bit lucky that we stole it, but that really got us back into the game.
All right, talk to us about, who was making the calls to keep the team in line and keep the cool heads there. Like, is that, from the outsider's perspective, it seems like Ro, being the captain, is he the leader and shot caller of the team, or has that role transitioned to Swaya despite his relative newness to the team?
Well, Ro calls for plans, so where we're going to go in terms of if we're if we're pushing or if we're invading or something, but Subfloor is calling team fights.
Cool. So talk to us about your own performance there, Sporks. What was your focus in both of those games?
Well, as a solo laner, my main focus was just to farm. The second game I got behind, so farm wasn't there wasn't as much of it around. But in the first game, I got really ahead just because I was getting buffs on cooldown, that kind of thing.
Hey, great. So next week, talk to us about who you have up there. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I'm sure you guys are already planning ahead. Who are you guys facing off against next week?
Direwolves.
So have you guys already begun some strategies and stuff like that? Can you give away any spoilers or anything like that?
We haven't really talked about it too much. We're just to kind of take this day off, just relax a bit. But I think we'll get right back to it on Sunday. So,
all right. Well, thanks for joining us, Sporks. Speaking of Direwolves, they're up next against Tainted Minds. We're going to take